Hey folks, today is Friday, January 26th, 2018. As usual, it's me, Jake, here to talk about video game stuff every Friday, and we got a chock-full week, so let's just get right into it. First things first, the biggest thing that has fallen onto our radar is some news about the game Anthem, the game that everyone is kind of looking to hate, seeing as how EA has been on everyone's bad list lately, and it seems like there's some stuff going on behind the scenes. Thanks to some reporting from Jason Schreier, who is usually correct on this stuff, it seems like Anthem is going to be delayed from fall 2018, pushed into early 2019 because of development issues. Apparently now, BioWare is doubling down all efforts to get this game out the door, and according to this report, there is some internal discussion and anticipation around this being BioWare's next big thing. There's a lot of hopes riding on this, and that's why EA is apparently reportedly ramping up the pressure and making them consolidate like this. Apparently, with so much more to develop in such a little time, there's also a lot of discussion around the game not living up to EA's expectations, and also the game just looking very differently once it actually comes out the door as a finished product. But like I said, from this news, we know that BioWare is working exclusively on Anthem, with a small team still working on Star Wars The Old Republic support, and another team piecing together the new Dragon Age game, which we'll get to in a little bit. But with all that being said, I'm just going to say I'm going to wait and see and judge it for myself, because EA has a bad reputation right now, so it's automatically going to be lumped in with that, and that's fine. But until I can actually see the game and judge it for myself, I'm not gonna, what's the word? Shit all over it. But in other news, after months and months of anticipation and talking about it, we finally got a release date for the new God of War game, and it's 4/20. Hey. Not only that, we got a really good trailer. I've been into this game, I've been excited for this game, but I still didn't totally get it. And once I saw this trailer, although it showed a lot of the game, it's starting to finally click with me, and I can't wait. This is definitely a very different God of War game, but I think I'm all about that. But switching gears to Xbox from PlayStation, Xbox has announced that with Xbox Game Pass, that paid monthly subscription service where you get access to older Xbox games that you can download and play on your console, well, they're announcing that with this Game Pass, you will also get all Microsoft exclusive Microsoft Game Studios developed games, which is pretty huge. On the one hand, a detractor from Xbox will say, yes, there's not a lot of exclusives, so no wonder they're giving them away. But on the flip side, that's pretty big to be able to pay this subscription and have that access to all these games, and then also get the added service of actual big new AAA exclusives like Crackdown 3 and Sea of Thieves and stuff like that. That, to me, says something bigger about the industry at large. It looks like Xbox is really doubling down on games as a service and just offering services with their console, and it also looks like another big move towards an all-digital future. Whether you like that or not, I do think this is something to pay attention to. But in other news, something I am excited about because I just still like talking about this game, it looks like PT kind of lives on thanks to a fan remake. One guy was simply making this as practice for a seminar he was going to teach, and he basically built the hallway and room setup that we know and love from PT, but then he kind of got hooked on it and kind of went a little deeper and added some of the original sounds, the original textures, and just the look and the door shutting effects. It's still not the complete playable PT game as we know it, but the fact that you can experience that environment and hear those sounds again is awesome, because that shit, I thought, I don't want to sound like I'm exaggerating or anything, but that was one of the scariest things I played. So good for him, props to him just for giving that to us. There is a YouTube video if you want to just watch a walkthrough. Like everything we talk about, we link it down in the description below, so check it out for yourself. But in some weird news I didn't really expect us to talk about, and we like to bring up the video game movie stuff, even though we know most of the time we're going to be disappointed. I still think it's interesting to talk about two mediums coming together. The newest news, Variety has reported that John Cena is in talks to play Duke Nukem in a Duke Nukem movie. Number one, there's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack here, okay? Number one, are people clamoring for a Duke Nukem movie? Is that like a hot property? Number two, John Cena. How do you guys feel about this? Because honestly, I'll give it a shot. I think John Cena is a good choice. Like, if I just wanted a dumb, stupid Duke Nukem movie that was just chaos and idiotic nothingness, then John Cena would be perfect. He would fit in good because he's actually pretty funny and he's actually kind of awesome. But also, there's a lot of backlash because a part of us can't really have Duke Nukem without John St. John, the voice actor of the original Duke. And I think that's a big deal. While you can't really have this guy play Duke Nukem because he's older, that voice is iconic, and part of the character is the voice. Something like Nathan Drake. If Nathan Drake didn't have Nolan North's voice, who cares? John St. John himself has actually been rallying against the movie, interestingly enough. I did not expect that. He has proposed a CGI animated movie with him as the voice, and you know what? I'd kind of be okay with that too.
We're surprised the guy is like, no, don't make the one that's not going to pay me.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. If it happens, it's most likely going to be bad. Mark my words. But still, like everything, I do this to myself, but I want to give it a try. But in other news, let's talk about Dragon Age that I mentioned earlier. So there is an official new Dragon Age coming out. We've got new word from an executive producer at BioWare, who is actually the same executive producer who's also executive producing Anthem at the same time. All this news came out at the same time. But apparently, they are piecing it together. Casey Hudson also tweeted out and confirmed that the game is going to emphasize story and characters. There was a lot of hubbub about it being a quote-unquote live game, meaning people were starting to speculate that it was just going to be a kind of like a forced multiplayer game that people didn't really want from Dragon Age, but it doesn't seem that that's the case. Casey Hudson has reiterated that that is really meaning that they're going to push new updates and new content and storyline to it. Could it be marketing speak mumbo jumbo? I don't know, but a new Dragon Age, which is apparently going to be a little bit of a reboot. I'm sure fans are excited. Also, if you do care, if you did play it, it was one of Nintendo's first forays into mobile games. Miitomo is shutting down in May, so if that was your jam, I don't think it was, but it's gone. Also, in an interview with GameSpot about a movie he's going to be in, 50 Cent went on record saying he wants to make a new game. And that's actually pretty exciting because we had Blood on the Sand and Bulletproof, which were, you know, mid-tier games, but they were so charming and fun that if 50 Cent were to make a new game, I think that's kind of what the world needs right now. Just a new big dumb 50 Cent game could be interesting, and he had said that it would maybe go in line with some superhero concepts he's developing.
Fuck yes!
So if it's kind of just like 50 Cent Saints Row 4, alright, let's do it. So Nvidia has went on record talking about the whole cryptocurrency craze and the fact that graphics cards are now getting ramped up in prices because people are buying them up en masse to mine for digital cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and stuff like that. Nvidia has come out with kind of like a lukewarm statement saying, hey, retailers, we think you should really try and sell them to gamers. There's no way to enforce that. They just issued that statement with no real anything behind it. People thought that Nvidia is actually doing more, but when I looked into it, we don't see much other than some retailers trying to limit 2 cards per customer, but even that doesn't help. But cryptocurrency, schmiptocurrency, I lost my house. Could you imagine?
I lost my house and my wife.
Now we gotta do that console giveaway we do every single week. You know how it works. There's a link in the description below. You sign up, you enter once, then you're entered for good. So then every week we go in and randomly choose one person to win a free console of their choice. And this week's winner is going to be this person right here. Congratulations. Be sure to keep an eye on your inbox, your spam box, because Tom is going to be getting in touch with you to find out how we can send you your console. And no, right now, we can't send you a GTX 1080. But that's what's going on this week, so let's talk about this stuff. Anthem. Are you keeping an open mind, or are you setting yourself up to be disappointed? Also, God of War. Are you hyped to finally play it? Do you think it's going to get delayed again? I don't think so. I hope not. Also, Dragon Age. If it is being rebooted, how do you feel about that? What kind of direction do you want the game to take? Could you imagine John Cena as Duke Nukem? I think if John Cena dressed up for Duke Nukem for Halloween, he'd nail it. But a movie? I don't know. And did you spend your whole life savings on GPUs to mine cryptocurrency? Let's talk about anything going on in the news. Down in the comments, I'll be down there talking to you guys, but you know where to find me by now if you want to say anything else. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, @JakeBaldino. We're also on Discord.com.
Discord.gg, you dumb shit.
We're also on discord.gg/gameranx if you want to hang out with us over there. But as always, you guys know the deal. We're going to be moving away from Andrew's desk soon, so thanks for sticking with us. But clicking the like button does help us out. We do really appreciate it. And if you're new, you should subscribe because we put out stuff like this all the time. I gotta go play Monster Hunter, so I'll see you guys later. Pizza's on me.